What is up, everyone? Chelsea 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2 at Stamfrod Bridge, and this was absolutely crazy. I mean, the one that actually stole the cake was the fact that Tuchel and Conte literally went after each other, and I mean, it's like this is a proper old school derby vibes. I mean, nowadays the game has become super soft, where even one word said against it, everyone takes a bit of an offense and oh, he said this, oh, he said that. And now to see when both managers square up to each other, one when Højbjerg equalizes, second when Tuchel runs past Conte, and third and it was a full time interval, and afterwards both managers had to be sent off. So it literally kicked off, and it I mean both of them only didn't punch each other in the face, and else there would have been another different spectacle altogether, like full WWE settings going up against each other. I mean, this is what you should feel. You should get the feel. You should be ready for the fight. You should not be too soft as a manager or as a player. So that was one episode, the main episode that stole that limelight. But the actual episode, the football that what happened, ended 2-2, lost 2 points, went ahead twice, dropped the lead twice. I mean, it was just crazy. I mean, I begin with the team selection. Obviously, it was we had made like one or two changes. Reece James played right centre back. Ruben Loftus-Cheek played right wing back, which was pretty astonishing. Cucurella started. Kante Jr. obviously had to be the mid because Kovacic was injured. Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, and Raheem Sterling make up the front three. So you're seeing and you're thinking, how the hell is Loftus-Cheek going to be playing in this role? Because Tuchel has played him in various roles, and some have worked, some haven't worked. I mean, especially the one against Madrid at the Bernabeu, where he played him as a holding midfielder. That worked extremely well. And Loftus-Cheek as a right wing back, we have to see how it works. Because one of Loftus-Cheek's great strength is his strength. And strength with the ball, and he can dribble past players for fun, and he can hold up the ball even well. So that was one part. The game began. We started a bit slow. We couldn't really string two passes together. But as the game progressed, slowly, we got into our gear, and we had to, because it's Tottenham at the end of the day. It's them scumbags down the road, and we always turn up against them more often than not. And they've only beaten us 7 times in the Premier League ever. I mean, 61 meetings between both the sides, and Tottenham have won only 7. That says all you need about Chelsea versus Spurs. We always turn up against them no matter what. And especially at Stamford Bridge, this is the only they have beaten us only once out of 38 or 39 attempts at Stamford Bridge in the league, which shows how much we always like to turn up against them. And we did pull up a gear. Havertz with the first real chance of the game, saved by Lloris with his leg, resulting corner. Cucurella puts the ball in. Koulibaly, first time, no second thoughts, just puts his laces through it, and the ball goes in the back of the net. Hugo Lloris has absolutely zero chance whatsoever. I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to take shots whenever you can. I mean, you can't just wait to score the perfect goal. You sometimes have to take shots, and who knows, it could be a deflection, it could cause a handball, it could go out for another corner, ricochet, anything could happen. You just have to take a shot. And he took the shot, and it went in for a goal. That was 1-0 Chelsea, and we were looking pretty comfortable for that for the most part of the game. Spurs were really not doing anything much. We kept the likes of Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Dejan Kulusevski, all of them pretty much quiet for most parts of that first half. And really and truly, we should have made it 2 or 3-0. I mean, the amount of poor decisions taken in the final third. I mean, Raheem Sterling holding on to the ball for too long. This chance from Mason Mount where he should have at least hit the target, and a few other things where you're thinking of a bit more better decision making, and you will definitely, and you could be 2 or 3 in love, because that's what happens against teams that, especially when you're at home, when you're 1-0 up, you should look to make it 2 or 3-0, and you should not just rest on your laurels and just see out the 1-0 game. No, it doesn't happen. Teams like Spurs, they will probably get fewer chances, and they have clinical players to put the balls away into the back of the net, which they have done, which I'll come to it in later. And that was probably the first half in a nutshell. We started slow, but we came into it and we dealt with their attack pretty well. Spurs weren't really showing the attacking prowess that they had, so to say. Second half game, obviously Spurs were going to open a bit more. Beginning with this ball that Harry Kane put in for Son. I don't know how Harry Kane is left with this much space and time in the world. He could have literally gone home, eaten chicken curry, have a nice snap, and come back, and still he would have found that space. This is the Premier League. You should not be giving time and space to those kind of players. But fortunately, Heung-min Son didn't was in an acute angle. He wasn't like in a clear scoring opportunity, and Mendy was able to make the save. And then, as we were thinking, let's make this 2-0. With chances like this, with chances like Raheem Sterling missing one, I mean, doesn't even hit the target, let alone not score. I mean, you should take these chances, especially when you're at home, because if that is 2-0, that kills the game off, and there is no way back for Spurs. Instead, Spurs went on the other end straight, and they missed a one-on-one chance. Harry Kane missed a one-on-one chance, and we were thinking, oh my God, Chelsea, bloody wake the hell up, because we can't keep doing like this. And then came the equalizer. I mean, thoughts of a foul in the build-up. It might have been a foul, but the goal actually came like 30, 40 seconds after the foul. So I don't know why we're really complaining about it too much. We Spurs get it on the right-hand side. They put the ball into the box. We defend it well. But this is what the main problem with Jorginho is. Whenever he gets the ball, he doesn't try to blast it away when it's danger. He tries to do tippy-tappy and try to play a cute pass. It works sometimes, but it doesn't work sometimes. But you look at this one, there are almost 2 or 3 players around him, and he can't really afford to play tippy-tappy around that. He loses the ball there, ball comes out, and Højbjerg smashes it. Same thing as I was saying about the Koulibaly goal. Take a shot, you don't know whether it would go in or not, something would happen, but you have to take it. You can't just be waiting for the perfect goal to happen. He took the shot, it went in, it was 1-1, and you were thinking, Jesus Christ, where is this going to end? And when it became 1-1, that was when the first face-off happened. Conte went on his celebration, celebrated straight in Tuchel's face. Tuchel went in after him, and it became the first altercation of the game. Both managers were given yellow cards. Some players, they had to barge in to take control of the situation. The referee had to take control of the situation. It all calmed down for little moments, so to say, only to blast it later. But it was 1-1. Afterwards we made amends, and we got the second goal. Spurs lose possession in the left hand side. Kante plays it to Sterling. Sterling finds Reece James in acres of space, and Reece James first time puts it past the Reece. It is 2-1, and Tuchel runs past Conte. You see this image there, Conte with his sulking face and Tuchel celebrating. Things you absolutely love to see. Yeah, and don't want to go in on Conte too much, because obviously he was the league title winner and an FA Cup winner with us, something after which we have never done. So don't want to go too much on him. That's just the way he celebrates. He does go a bit go gaga with the celebrations, what we have seen from Chelsea, and I don't think that should ever change. It was 2-1, and we were thinking, okay, somehow CF kill off this game. We did have 1 or 2 chances to kill it off. We would, again, as I keep saying, as this happens in every single bloody Chelsea game for the last so many days, we get to good positions and decision making is poor. We take one second extra to make the pass. We don't finish off our chances properly. And as the clock was ticking towards full time, I was thinking, just get this out, because it was corner after corner and we were not able to get it out. Corner came in, and Romero actually pulled Cucurella's hair. Literally, it was like, if you see the image, he literally pulled him like this when the ball is played in. That should have been really and truly a free kick in our favor, and that could have been probably the game over. But VAR saw it, and the referee first saw it. Who was the referee? Oh yes, Anthony Taylor, the guy who keeps screwing us over and over again. I still don't know how this guy referees a game instead of... I don't know. I mean, the amount of damage this guy has done to us, and this guy still keeps refereeing our games, is abominable. But play goes on, resulting corner. No one marks up Harry Kane. Ideally, it should have been Koulibaly. He was the closest to him before the corner was taken. Koulibaly doesn't stay with his man intent. Instead, tries to go back to the goal line. Goes back to the goal line. If he probably stayed with him, he would have won that header. Instead, he lets Harry Kane head the ball, and on the line, he couldn't have really saved that because it was going in at pace. That's 2-2. Full-time whistle went, and then the two managers absolutely went off. I think it was like Conte, I think, went in for a simple shake hand. Tuchel, I think, went to shake his hand, but I think in the process, I don't know what happened. Whether he just wanted to avoid the handshake altogether, or he just handshake first for the sake of it, but just too hard. It just went off of both managers yet again, and it was absolutely crazy scenes. Proper derby feels, and remember the game at Stamfrod Bridge in 2016 when it was again 2-2. Spurs went 2-0 ahead. We made it 2-2, and it was probably that ended Spurs' title challenge, and that was probably the Battle of Stamford Bridge. Doesn't really have a nice ring to it, but you get what I'm saying. We destroyed Spurs' chances that day, and today, proper derby fields. In the age and an era where the game has gone absolutely soft, you need something like this to really spark up. And who knew that Tuchel and Conte would be the first people to get sent off in this year's Premier League? Who knew? But yeah, it is what it is. We dropped 2 points. Not great. Obviously, it's only 2 games. We play Leeds next. But we need to really get in a striker, because we sold Werner, we sold Lukaku. We can't really play up with false nines. Havertz, for as good as he was today, he's so lightweight. Little feather touch and man goes down. Even Sterling, you cannot put him as a false nine every single time. So we need that striker. I just hope we get Aubameyang over the line. And given what the bits he has done with Tuchel, I think he will turn out to be extremely well. But we have to wait and see what that happens. As for the performance of the players, I commend every single one of them. They performed well, right from back to front. Koulibaly had a few scratches in the start, but grew into the game well. Cucurella was super solid. He looks like he has been playing 1,000 Chelsea games already. First 2 games he has played, he has looked absolutely solid. Reece James, banger of a game. Of course, he had to take the yellow card in the middle, but he got the goal. Ruben Loftus-Cheek had a superb game. Kante and Jorginho was superb. Jorginho, apart from that area where he tried to play tippy-tappy, I think he had a solid game overall together. One thing I ask him is, please shoot often. You don't need to just try to delay, find a pass, and then try to score a goal that way. You can also take shots from outside the area. And front-wise, Mason Mount had 2 or 3 chances where he should have scored. Sterling had a decent game. He should have scored as well. Havertz should have scored as well. He missed an open chance from Reece James' wonderful cross. Even substitutes who came on, I think Azpilicueta, he did well. Conor Gallagher, I think he made himself about. He went in crunching tackles and he won both of them, although he should have finished off Spurs at the end. And encouraging signs are there. We are playing well, but we do need goals, especially because we cannot just keep on relying on defenders to score. And you can't say more than that. So what is for the end of my review? Chelsea 2, Spurs 2. We end up 4 points into games as we travel to Ellen Road next. Leeds at the moment, who have 1 win and 1 draw, similarly like us. So that's going to be a pretty hostile atmosphere, especially when it's Ellen Road and Chelsea Leeds have that history between them. It's going to be massive. So do watch out for that review as well. If you're not on this channel, make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe to PP Talks. Make sure to hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever I upload videos like this or go live. I'll be possibly doing one for next week as well. Of course, the Asia Cup is also coming where the Indian men's cricket team are playing. So that's going to be absolutely fun. But till then, as I keep saying at the end of every single video, make sure to stay safe and wash them hands. Thank you, everyone. Catch you later.